Who's cool in H-Town? Thank you for tuning in to Fox Files Cold and Unsolved. This is my show where I highlight the many cold case murders here in Houston through my segment of My Beautiful Souls, and then I move on over to Dear Sister, a letter to let you know that you are not forgotten. Full title. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, thank you for coming on in to watch the show. And I would have truly appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share the episode, because you never know who needs to see this episode. These episodes might reach somebody somewhere, and we don't know. Because right? How do we know? Like I always say, how do you know what you know until you say what you know? Exactly. So let's get at it. I'm Cass, H-Town's Army Brat. And again, I thank you for tuning in. If you are new, thank you for coming. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. I thank you, and so do my beautiful souls, and so do my dear sisters. That means we're doing something right, and that means people want to hear what is actually what's going on, and what is being said, and it is what's going on, if anything, right? Right. So, again, thank you for coming. I'm gonna keep thanking you because I'm so grateful and so appreciative for you tuning in, taking the time out to tune in to listen to little me talk about what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about getting stories out there. I'm a storyteller. I'm a writer, but I'm a storyteller. So, and then these stories that I'm telling are not fabricated and fictional stories that I write. These are actual stories that I like to report on. You get it? I know you get it. We all get it. Anyway, let's get at it. So, if you get, again, welcome if you're new. I like to always start my show off with a little portion of what I call "Did You Know?" Just a little snippet of some kind of informative something, because this is an informative show. This is not a crime solving show at all, because I'm not going out there and I don't do no investigating. I do investigative reporting, which is I'm going to research and talk to who I can and what I can talk about. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. I'm not trying to solve no cases. So this is an informative show. Excuse me. Pardon me. This is my actual third take of this today. Not too long, for this. So I like to start off with a Did You Know? And my Did You Know today is, did you know of the DOE Network? The DOE Network is the International Center for Unidentified and Missing Persons. The DOE Network, founded in 1999 by Todd Matthews, Jennifer Mara, and Helen Wallstrom, the DOE Network has become a household name. This is, like I said, the International Center for Unidentified and Missing Persons. These people have founded a database where they connect with law enforcement to help them with their missing person cases. So if they have a Jane or a John or a baby Janet or a baby Junior Doe, you know what I'm saying? They're able to contact the DOE Network and say, hey, do you have anyone that fits this description of, or maybe they can just search the web, the website. And this is an image. I chose to use this image here because this is something positive. I want you to see the great, the DOE Network is a positive and a great website and database to go to. But it's also something that you have to be ready to go to. You can't, it's not one of the ones that's not going to take you by surprise, because you're going to be surprised once you click on it. So the information, the DOE Network, this is doenetwork.org. And, if you're interested in, seeing or, researching, and if you have any information, this is how you reach out at admin@doenetwork.org. But look, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So the DOE Network, it was founded in 1999. So as of August 9th, 2002, the DOE Network has been able to bring forward the identities of 113 people. This baby included. What a positive awesome and amazing thing. But that's from 99 to 2022, 113. But if you go on this database, it's overwhelming. It's very overwhelming because you'll see the number, the amount. It's 113 maybe on one state or maybe two states together. It's 113. So that's not even, but it's an awesome thing that they're doing. That's not me. That's not including the other work that is being done. This is just the 113 people that the DOE network was able to help identify. So, I mean, other entities are working as well. So if you have any information about any kind of cases or anything or anyone that has gone missing, that you can contact the DOE network at admin@doenetwork.org. Or if you know the city in the state, or just get the city in the state that this person is missing, has come up missing in, or could be missing in, and I do recommend that you prepare yourself and then go on to doenetwork.org. They have the database. Now, this is just, what is being processed. Now, there's no telling what else is out there. And, that is pretty much, how can I put it? Like what is needed to kind of boost and push forward getting some of these cases solved. Like we need that database for that, but then we need other entities as well, right? So if you do know of anyone that has come up missing and you want to find out, contact the DOE network or contact your local authorities. That's pretty much all you can do, right? I mean, that's about it. But like I said, the DOE network is a wonderful tool to go to if you are interested in knowing about the unidentified and looking for and helping or finding or whatever. If you go, but you got to be ready to go, because some of these when they pop up, I wasn't prepared the first time I went on there. The first time, so I was okay. That was the did you know. So now it's time for me, as you know, to move on over to my beautiful souls. But today's episode, I think I decided to do a change up, right? Because when I went on the DOE network just to get a little bit more information about the female that I was going to highlight on my beautiful souls today, this is somebody I've already spoken about before in the past episodes, like the beginning. I was going to highlight her again on my beautiful soul segment. And then I go to the DOE network to see if I can find some more information, because, there's only so much information that the Houston cold case database has on their cold cases. There's only so much that they give you. And then when you reach out, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I decided to go on to the DOE network and get some more information on this one in particular female. And then I put in a view females, because when it pop up, it's all big. You got to click view females, and it's all females. And then you got to find your state. You put your state, you go into your state. Go to Texas, it's like, dang. And then you look at your city, and it's like, dang, wait a minute. When I went on the Houston cold case thing, that website database that they have, Harris County, Houston, they only give me one, and that's the female that I'm looking for. But where are all these other ones come from? And what is going on with all these other ones, right? Excuse me, right? So that's when I decided to, you know what? Let me do this. I want to put together today, just for this episode, the merger. This is the merger. I want to merge my beautiful souls and dear sister ... a letter to let you know that you're forgotten. And that is because of the multitude. Okay, so before I jump ahead of myself, let me get at it. This is my beautiful souls and dear sister ... the merge. The headline reads, the 14 unidentified Black women of Houston, by Cass Sand. Today's episode will be the same but different. Yes, I will be presenting my beautiful soul, but I will be doubling it with dear sister dot dot dot. My reasoning for doing so is because of the multitude of cases that that are of unidentified Black women from Houston, Texas. This episode will be highlighting the unidentified Black women of Houston and highlighting the cases that I found on the Dope Network. When I searched for the one female that I found on the Houston database, she's in the Dope Network, so that's what gave me the reason to do so. So when I go in, I look at, I get all these 14, cases printed up. Some has photos, some don't. I go through the identifying information, and I look at the agencies that are in control of investigating these cases. And the majority of them have the same phone number, same agency. So I'm contacting the agency, and I'm getting different, like the phone numbers are disconnected. Or one of them is actually like a 311 now. So those numbers are no longer valid. And then there is one number that does work, and that is for the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science. So I contact them, and I was able to leave a message, but I have yet to get a call back or anything. So I'm still waiting to hear back, and I've called them twice. I've given information. I've contacted the Houston Cold Case Squad Division, left messages. I still haven't heard anything. So, of course, I've left messages and haven't heard anything. So, obviously, our system needs to be updated. It's true. So, who are we to talk to on the phone? I mean, who are we to talk to if the phone numbers that are listed are inaccurate? Who do we contact if our calls are being unanswered and our messages are being unreturned? Who are we supposed to talk to? What if I have information? How am I supposed to get my information to you if you're not even answering the call or returning my messages? Do I have to get on there and tell you my information before, like, hey, I know such and such, I know this and I know that, in order for you to contact me back? Or why can't I just say, hey, I'm such and such, calling you about case number, blase, please, can I get a call? Can you, at your earliest convenience? And I'm not getting anything back in return. So who do we talk to? Who are we supposed to get involved with? Each other. We're supposed to contact one another. We're supposed to get in touch with one another. We're supposed to make this happen with each other, because obviously the system needs updating. And not just systematically. I mean, like technologist. Not the text, not the technology. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about internally with the officers, with the people who are supposed to be in charge of figuring this out and helping us get this solved and helping us get to the bottom of this, because somebody is neglecting their responsibility. And I'm gonna say that all the time, because if you neglect your responsibility, why you can't get called out on it? What's wrong with getting called out on it? When I'm a mother of 6, and when I didn't neglect responsibility, but when situations got whatever, people have no problem calling me out on mine. Not saying that this what this is, but you shouldn't feel any kind of way if you're being called out on the neglect that you're showing to whatever responsibility that you hold. So if your responsibility is to help, put information out there on cases or to update the database, then why you're neglecting it? What are we voting these people in here for, right? So here we go. We got to talk to each other. So H-Town, let's talk. Like I said, I went in and I found 14 unidentified females in this database. And out of the 14, this is not 8. Anyway, I found some of them had photos, some of them didn't, right? All right, so I was going to discuss, like I said, this is my third take. The first take, I was discussing all of them. But, I'm like, I really don't have much to give on the ones that don't have identifying information. So that was that's going to be something I'm going to just put in on my like post on the Facebook page, right? So with that, without further ado, let me put my disclaimer out there now. Some of these some of these images may be graphic or too graphic, you know what I'm saying, for the people to see. So parental what do they call it? Parental guidance or parental discretion is advised. All right. So this was the lady. I'm gonna start with the female that I was initially searching when I went to the Doe database, the Doe network. So she is identified in the Doe network as 1540 UFTX, unidentified female. She was this date of discovery December 10th, 1980. Location in Harris County. They were at the estimated time of death. They think is hours before she was found. Right. Her face was recognizable, and they said the manner of the homicide for this lady, my beautiful soul, right here, and my dear sister, was strangulation. So they're guessing that the age of this beautiful lady is between 16 and 40 years old. So there's no exact, you know what I'm saying, known age for this beautiful woman, right? She's a Black female. She's 5'2", weighed 135 pounds, and she was Black. Her hair was Black, and it was styled in short braids, and her eyes were brown. This is the drawn up image of her. So it says scars on her left wrist, likely a chronic nail biter. She had residual pink and red fingernail polish on her fingers. Her upper left incisor tooth was chipped, and she wore her hair in cornrows and pigtails. Okay. There are no identifiers, no fingerprints, no dental, no DNA. However, she did have jewelry. She had on 2 necklaces. One was made up of a light blue beads. One had a dog tag shaped like a pendant. And it was 4 bracelets. 2 are thin and gold, and 1 is orange. Okay? So these are the items that she had on her. So they do have her actual post-mortem photo. Okay, so I'm gonna display the photo while reading the circumstances of her discovery. So I've already given you the disclaimer. Okay, here she is. This is victim number. This is 1540 UFTX. Circumstances of discovery. The victim was discovered on the 3600 block of Stokes. The female was found under a mattress, lying on the ground under Interstate 45, located about 6 miles from downtown Houston, alongside a railroad track, by employees working on an outdoor advertisement billboard. After noticing a foot sticking out from under the mattress, she had been sexually assaulted, but she was not raped. In 1980, 4 females believed to be prostitutes or runaways were found strangled and dumped along I-45. Some of them being victims of sexual assaults. Out of the 4 victims of the so-called I-45 killer, only 1 has been identified, with the other 3 being victims. They have their victim numbers, but they are not. I'm not saying they're not important, but they're not. Not to this situation, not to this case, not to us. I mean, not saying not to us, but not right now to what I have going on. So I'm talking about one person. I'm not trying to bring in the other people. This is about her, right? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that they're not important. It's just that it's not their story. This is 1540 UFTX story. So they said between 1980 and the early 1980s, about 24 females were discovered along major roadways in the state of Texas, including I-45 victims. Police are unsure whether they are all related or work with multiple offenders. So I'm going to take her off. This is 154 UFTX. If you have any any indication or any kind of knowledge of who she may be, please contact let me take her off here. Please contact the Houston Cold Case Squad, which I think is pointless because they're not going to answer, or 713-222-TIPS, which I think is pointless because they do not answer. But if you feel like this, like I do, and think that it's pointless and they will not answer, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, your girl, Cass, at Santa7production@gmail.com. Please put in the subject Fox Files so I will know that this is what it's about, and I will contact you back, and I will, read the email and get back with you. And then if on Facebook, this is also how you can contact me and let me know if you know anything about this. I'm going to do it this time, but I'm not going to do it again until the end. All right, so we'll go back to the banner. Now we're leaving off of 154 UFTX, unidentified female. And we're going to move on over to the next unidentified female. I should have done her first, but she's a little older. But anyway, it is what it is. So she is 734 UFTX, unidentified female. This is the drawing of what they have for her. So it reads this date of discovery, September 30th, 1976, location Houston, Harris County, Texas. The estimated date of death between 1976 and 1976, so that they don't know exactly when in 1976, just know somewhere before they found her in 1976. Her face is recognizable, and the cause of death is jumping from a moving vehicle. So was she jumped or was she pushed, right? So she had on a green long sleeve turtleneck, blue checker flannel that was size medium, a white pullover sweater, and blue jeans, pink panties, and brown shoes. Okay, so this is the image that they have to put on the Doe Network. But again, post-mortem photos are available. She's between the ages of 25 and 35. This is her. The actual her. Between 25 and 35. Black female, estimated to be 5'8", 135 pounds. Black hair, 6 inches to 7 inches long, and her hair is brown. She has distinguishing features, which is her ears are only one of her. She had both her ears pierced, but only one piercing each ear. Like I said, she had a green turtleneck sweater. As of today, no suspects have been publicly named in this killing. So I did call out, and I did reach out to take her down. I did reach out, and of course, I was not reached. I was like, nothing was come back to me. Not no return calls, not anything. So I left messages because I realized that if I'm going to look for somebody in Harris County, why do I want to call the other numbers I know that are no longer good and then contact them, because they have the agency and people to contact, but why try to contact them if they're no longer available? So I just contact the same number. It's twice. I may have went down there. I go down. Anyway, so as we move forward, we are going to go on to. Um, so that was you. I mean, that was 734 UFTX 734 UFTX. She jumped from a moving vehicle. Did she jump or was she pushed? And what was the cause of her jumping? And who was in the vehicle? Where is this vehicle? And why haven't we found out the actual cause? And it was 1976 when this happened. So do you know her? Have you seen her? Do you know any information about her? Has anybody made any comment about her? You know, 734 UFTX. Now we're going to move on to 477 UFTX. And this one is a little bit more difficult because of the remains. So here we go. 477 UFTX, unidentified females. I only have clothing and the back side of the clothing because the state of the remains was decomposed. So this is what she looks like from behind. It's all I have. They don't even have any other photo. Nothing, because they don't have anything else to go by. So here we go. It says discovered. This says victim's clothing. The date of discovery, October 16th, 1980, Houston, Harris County, Texas. Estimated date of death up to 3 months prior because she was still decomposing at the time. And the cause is homicide. The estimated age is between 20 and 30 years old. Race black, maybe mixed of black and Indian or Asian heritage. And of course, she's a female. Height between 4'8" and 4'10". She was a small female. Distinguishing marks and features was black hair with many small braids over the entire head. She weighed between 90 and 110 pounds. Little bitty lady. Her dental work is available on one or more teeth that are present, but they needed restoration of the upper jaw and the lower jaw. They restored her jaw, was able to do it with the areas across the bone associated. So they were able to get some kind of reconstruction. There are no fingerprints, but the DNA is available in CODIS. You know CODIS. We know CODIS. CODIS is the international database for DNA and fingerprints. So if her DNA is in CODIS, why don't we know who she is? How you cow? Not how you cow. But how? So her DNA is in CODIS. So let's pull it up. Let's pull up her DNA out of CODIS. Like I said, there's only one case in the Houston cold case database. And that was my very first one. This one here, the one I just talked about. This is the only person that's in that database. Her. Do you know her? Have you seen her? But this baby's DNA is in the database. So we need to figure out, it's been since 1980. That's 43 years ago. 43 years ago. Well, coming up on a good 43 because it was October of 80. So it'll be 43 years in October and so something should have been done by now. So let's do it, Harris County. Let's do it. They're coming for us. You know they're coming for us. They know they're coming for us. They want Harris County. So we continue to operate like this and let this kind of stuff continue to pile up on us, then no. So let's get at it. Let me continue. The clothing, black hair with many small braids over her entire head. Do you know her? The clothing, a white head scarf with red, black, and blue leaf design, long sleeve blue and white madras pullover shirt. I guess that's that checkered plaid thing going on. Faded blue jeans, size 5'6", with large orange colored embroidered flowers on the rear pocket. So that's these little patches on the butt. A white bra, red bikini underwear, and was carrying a large woven rope style handbag. Okay. This victim was located October 15th, 1980, along a unpaved road off of 15,100 I-45 North, Houston, Texas. The body was found on the roadside beneath the barbed wire fence. So again, another black woman found in the same vicinity as other black women found. 1540 was found on 45. 477, 477 found on 45 in 1980. So that's two black females found on the same stretch of highway that they're claiming has been the finding of multiple deaths, multiple black women, multiple women being found on 45. So here we have two in the same time frame, and there are in DNA. Her DNA is in coders. So if you can find out what happened to her, you can most likely find out what happened to the rest of them, right? Right. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. So again, same information, same phone number, same everything. That didn't change, and that is not going to change. You know, like I say, no. Going on to the next female. Okay. 475 UF TX, unidentified female. Date of discovery, August 7th, 1981. Do you know her? Have you seen her? Is there a picture in your grandma's photo album that resembles her? What is her? Who is she? Who is she? Date of discovery, August 7th, 1981. Location of discovery, Houston, Harris County, Texas. Estimated date of death, 3 days prior. She was in a state of decomposing and petrification, which means the process of decaying and rotten. So she was still fresh, in other words. The cause of death is homicide. That's all they know. She was aged between 20 and 35 years old. A black female between the heights of 5'4" and 5'7", 125 to 135 pounds. Her hair color is black, 4-inch length. The afro, beautiful. Her eyes are black, and she has no distinguishing marks. Okay. Her body, hold on, let me get to it. Her body was found. Her body was found along with other bodies. That's what I'm trying to get at. But that page just so happy. Okay, her partial skeleton was found behind an abandoned house, commingled with other bodies. So, no, that's not her. No, that's not identifiers. So this is what I have. She had the afro, and she was found on August the 7th, 1981. Do you know her? Again, same phone numbers, same people to reach out to. All I can do is the same. All right, so her clothing is, oh, it's not her. She's 81, it's 88, 89. Anyway, so here we go. So yeah, I don't have her clothing. I just have this photo of her from the Doe Network. It's on one of my other pages. So we're going to move on. So 104 UFTX. Okay, this is a reconstructed photo of this beautiful soul. My dear sister. Right. All right. Date of discovery is January 18th, 1988. Location, Houston, Harris County, Texas. Estimated date of death is just say EDD. You tell me. Okay? Because all we have is a skeleton. All right. Estimated age is 30 to 45 years old. She's a black female and a height between 5'1" and 5'7". They can't even tell you how, her height. Her hair is black and kinky and 2.5 inches long. Little afro. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful eye colors unknown because she was just a skeleton with hair. And no distinguishing marks, just a skeleton with hair. But guess what? Her dental records are available because her teeth were excellent and did not need any restoration. So we have her dental work on file. No fingerprints. We have her DNA on file because we have her hair. So when you have hair, you have hair follicles. So we have her hair on file. So we have her DNA on file. And this is back in 1988. So why is she still unknown, Harris County? You gotta do better, Harris County. So, do you know her? Have you seen her? Are you missing her? Okay. Her clothing she was wearing a light purple shirt, button down, size large, with a made in Jamaica tag. I guess she was made in Jamaica. Her jewelry was a white seashell necklace, and there was nothing else. No. Circumstances of her discovery is the decedent was located at 4200 East New York in a heavily wooded area. Okay, so that's all we have. This face here, and she was located in 4200 of East New York in 1988, January 18th, 1988. Do you know her? Have you seen her? Do your grandma have a photo of her daughter? Her sister that went missing, and she don't know, she haven't seen her, and she's confused. So can you recognize her? Do you know her? All right, moving on. So we're going up. Yeah, okay. Starting getting a headache, y'all. All right, this young lady was discovered in April 29th, 1995. This is what they have. This is her actual postmortem photo. Her face is recognizable, and they think she was murdered minutes before she was found. So she was still fresh homicide. The cause of death, homicide. Estimated age is between 35 and 50 years old. Black female, height of 5'4" to 5'6". Her weight is 130 to 140 pounds, and her hair is gray, kinky hair dyed black. And it's 1 to 1.5 inches long, and her eyes are brown. She has a tattoo on her right arm of a heart, and a tattoo on her right forearm of P. Letter P. Do you know her? Her dental work is unavailable because she had no teeth. And her fingerprints are unknown because of to say sources differ. So whatever the reason is, they don't have fingerprints. But DNA is on file. So if DNA is on file, why do we still not know who she is? Her face is recognizable. Her DNA is on file. Come on, Harris County. We got to do better. Again, the victim was located under the bridge at 600 Southwest Freeway in Houston on April 29, 1990. We have too many easy identifiers here. Too many easy identifiers for these people to still be on the Doe network and not located here and not found. So what is going on? They say same institute, same people, same sources. Do you know her? I mean, it's not easy to recognize her, but do you know her? Where was she from? I feel like I know her. I have to look a little bit more into this one because I feel like I know her. Let me wear her and dig deeper because that face looks familiar to me. Sit this to the side, Cass. That's how we do that. We can dig a little deeper. Steady hitting the mic. Y'all, this is heavy. I know it's heavy because it's heavy on me. So we're down to the last two. Oh, wait. Last two. Okay. Here we have 724 UFTX, unidentified female. So I'm going to do this first. I'm going to ask you, do you know hold on, let me do this. Data discovery, January 29th, 1990. Locations, Harris, Houston, Texas. Houston, Harris County, Texas. Estimated time, date of death is hours before they found her. And her face is recognizable in a homicide. So a description, she is between 15 to 25 years old. Okay. Her race is white or Hispanic. They're not sure. But she has a scar above a 1.5 inch a diameter scar in her upper leg. Oh no. Yeah. So yeah, open scar on her above her leg. Fingernails painted red. Do you recognize these teeth? Okay, because they have her listed in the database as African American, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, she has 2 open face gold crowns on her upper teeth. Her fingerprints are available, and so is her DNA. Do you know this face? This is the owner of those teeth. She was wearing a white tan midriff shirt with a picture of the Eiffel Tower. Sunrise Chicago brand jeans with 4 front pockets. A pullover with this inscription, Company Europe International, and PE bright red letters. This is the draw up of her, and this is her actual post-mortem photo. So the jewelry that she had on is gold dangling earrings and a dollar sign shape. Please excuse me. Somebody's cutting the grass outside. So if y'all hear that in the background, please excuse me. You might not, but if you do, please excuse me. The circumstances of her discovery is that the victim was located in a ditch off of 11,300 Fauna Street in Houston, Texas. Fauna Street, Houston, Texas. So, do you know her? Do you know these teeth? Are you missing this lady in your family? Have you seen? Have you heard the story? Has anyone told you anything? And can you recognize her? Have you seen her? Do you know her? And then my final one of these 14 beautiful souls, dear sisters, is 552 UFTX, unidentified female. She only have reconstruction photos. We don't have an actual photo. Keep hitting this thing. Excuse me. So date of discovery is June 30th, 2005. The location is Houston, Harris County, Texas. The estimated date of death is 1 or 2 weeks prior to them finding her body. This is insane. Excuse me, y'all. 1 or 2 weeks prior to them finding her body. The states of her remain is unknown, and the cause of her death is, of course, homicide. Estimated age is between 25 and 35 years old. Her race is black. She's a female, of course, and she's 5'4". And they're saying her weight is 69 pounds. How are you 25 to 35 years old and 69 pounds? So somebody must have missed that one, or something not right with this baby. Or something's not right with her, because 69 pounds at 5'4", that's insane. So her hair color is brown or black, and it had 2 braids. I would have said 2 braids. So this is the image this is what they drew up of her. And I don't know why they have these many braids when they say, oh no, in 2-inch braids. I'm sorry, 2-inch braids, and her eye color is brown. The distinguishing marks in her features are tattoos on her left wrist, of a heart, and on her left hand of the initials, possibly in A or IVYA or AIVVA. They're not exactly sure what that is on her left hand, and as a horizontal scar in the subpubic region. I guess that's this right here. So this is the tattoos that is on her left wrist and left hand. Do you know these tattoos? Do you know this profile? Do you know this hair? The circumstances of her DNA is available, and her dental record is available, and source her DNA. And she's wearing a white bra, and that's all they have as far as clothing. Circumstances of her discovery is the victim was located in a vacant Goodyear store. At a vacant Goodyear store. It's now St. Mina's Tire and Auto Center at 107B Milby Avenue, when the owners of the property were cleaning the building in Houston, Texas on the 30th of June 2005. The body was found inside of a 55-gallon barrel of used oil and filters. The building had been vacant for about 2 years, and after it had caught a fire in 2002, homeless people were known to routinely frequent it. So this body was found inside of a drum at a vacant Goodyear store on Milby Avenue. And it caught a fire in 2002, so homeless people were known to frequent it. So my question is, was she a homeless woman that frequented this place? If she was, it makes sense that she's 69 pounds and this age. You know what I'm saying? So where she belong? Do you know where she come from? Can you recognize these scars? Can you recognize this profile? Can you? These are our beautiful souls, and these are our dear sisters. They are unidentified, and somewhere down the line, they are actually missing. Somewhere in somebody's family, they're missing. Somewhere down the line, they're missing. We have a responsibility as a community to help find what happened to these people. First off, to find out who they are and who they belong to. So I'm just doing a recap of who we went through today. So this is 1540. 734. I don't know the numbers, but I'm just going to show you the photos that I have. And do you recognize these ladies? Have you seen these ladies? Are you missing these ladies? Are you missing their laughter? Are you missing their grace? Did she know how to cook? Have you seen her smile? Is that your shirt she was wearing? I mean, it's all kind of things that you need to ask yourself when it comes down to, have we seen these ladies? Or do I know these ladies? Do I recognize what she was wearing? Do I recognize her hair? Do I recognize these tattoos? Do I recognize her gold teeth? Do I recognize that smile? Now that I'm looking at these photos, I can almost remember a smell. Can you? These ladies are lost souls. These ladies are forgotten souls. They are unidentified people who need to be found out, who need to be put at rest, who need a name. They need their name known. They need their identity known. They need themselves known. We need to know who they are. Do you recognize these teeth? Are you missing a family member? You're missing a family member. But are you missing a family member? Right. So again, if you are somebody, or you know of somebody who this, relates to, and they might be missing someone, or somebody might know somebody who might have been something or something. Because how do you know what you know until you say what you know? You don't. You can't know what you know if you don't talk about what you know. Right. So if you think that you might know somebody or this might pertain to you, please, 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 by all means, reach out to the Houston Cold Case Squad Division, which is pointless because they're not going to answer. 713-308-3618. But I'm going to always give you that number. 713-222-TIPS if you want to stay anonymous. That's the tip line. But if you want to be responded to, if you want to be actually talked to and heard from, and reach out to your girl. It's not even about talking to the man no more. It's about the fact that they're not even going to listen to you. So reach out to me. Call me. Contact me. Well, not call me. Email me at sansa7production@gmail.com. And please put in the subscription box file so I'll know what this is about. Or you can reach out to me at Facebook /CastSam. Right? Because if we don't get the word out, who is? Nobody is. Like I said earlier, when you contact these numbers and you cannot get anyone, who you supposed to call? Who are you supposed to reach out to? Each other. We have each other. You have the Doe Network. If you know anything, please reach out to the Doe Network. Or if you want to find out information, please reach out to the Doe Network. Right? Right. So thank you. That was my my beautiful soul and dear sister ... a letter to let you know that you are not forgotten. The merge. That was just today's episode. So hold on. So we're getting up to the ending of the show, and of course, I love to always end my show with what I call my wrap 'em up, cap 'em up. And again, today my wrap 'em up, cap 'em up is going to be my girl, my beautiful soul. Like I said, I feel like I know this girl. I've been trying to find out information and trying to find out people who know her and trying to find out ways to get in touch with anybody. But this is my girl, Kanisha Siobhan Dixon. My girl. Kanisha was murdered in her own home May 9th of 2000. Coming on 23 years now. Kanisha was afraid. Kanisha was in fear of her life from somebody. And the somebody, we don't know. They know, but they're not telling us. They said they have valuable information about what happened to Kanisha. Why, when she answered her door with a gun in her hand, she was immediately and instantaneously shot in the chest. So she was murdered at her door. Now, she just moved into these new apartments on West Forum. And she had a roommate, a male. And this guy gives her his gun before he leaves to go to work in the morning because she was in fear of her life. So who was she in fear of her life from? You can't sit up here and be like, oh, she was scared of her life, but we don't know from who. Yeah, you know from who because she know from who. And if you receive valuable information from the neighbors and everybody in the apartment complex, and why haven't we found out what's going on with Miss Kanisha Dixon? Why is she still on the cold case cold case website in the database? So let's go ahead and wrap him up and cap him up with Kanisha Dixon, because this needs to be solved. You have too much information for you not to know what happened. You have too much information for you not to know what happened. I've reached out to the cold case division number, 308-3618 number. I'm giving them her name. At first, I didn't give them any information but my own, who I am, and what, and then I need some information on the case and how do I go about getting that. No response. So then I call back the next day and I give the information of the case. Well, maybe I should, I'm not saying this to them, but I'm saying to myself, maybe I should give them what I'm looking for. So bam, this is who I am, and this is what I'm looking for. No response. Still get no response and no answer. And then I call about the other cases from the Dear Sister merge. No answer, no returns. So what we're supposed to do? Like I said, contact each other. So this, my beautiful people, is Kanisha Siobhan Dixon, HPD murder number 0590986-00. If you know anything or have heard anything, or could be somebody who might know of somebody who might know somebody that knows somebody could know something. Because what I always say, how do you know what you know? Until you say what you know. Please reach out to the Cold Case Squad, 713-308-3618. Or if you want to stay anonymous, 713-222-TIPS. And if you really want to talk and get get a response and get heard, please don't hesitate to reach out to me Cass at Santa7production at gmail.com. Please put in the subject bar Fox Files. Or you can reach out to me at facebook.com/Cass Sam. Here we go. So that was the show for today. Uh, I think it was pretty good. It took me 3 takes, 3 of them, and then I get interrupted by the lawnmower. Rude. So I'm hoping that the message didn't get you know interrupted and was really heavily interfered with, and we got our point across. That's what I really do hope. So I'm not. This is it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have not already, please don't forget to do so. Like, subscribe, and please share, because we have to get the message out. We have to get the word out. And I can only do so much. I need you. I need you, my public. I need you, my friends. I need you, my family, to go ahead and share the word, and reach out. And if you have anybody in your family, or you know of anybody whose case may need a little attention, in the Houston area, I don't care about race. I don't care about sex. Gender. Excuse me. I don't care about race. I don't care about gender. But when it comes, that's for my beautiful souls. That's cold case, and it has to be cold case. But when it comes to dear sister, ... she has to be a sister or an indigenous female. And I'm going to highlight a show highlighting the indigenous females, because we don't realize how many of them are missing and unreported. So we'll talk about that another day. Again, thank you for tuning in to Fox Files. Cold and unsolved. Cold and unsolved. You get a dance. You get a treat. You get a little shimmy. Lawnmower. If you made it to the end of the video, you get a little shimmy. And thank you. You are a blessing to me. You are a blessing to my beautiful souls, and you are a blessing to my dear sisters. I appreciate you for watching. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you in advance for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And this is Fox Files, Cold and Unsolved. I'm Cass, H-Town's Army Brat.